Well, hello, this is Greg Downing with Texas Medicare Advisors there out the outskirts of beautiful Austin, Texas. Now, a lot of people are all freaking out about the tax credits for the Affordable Care Act or Obamacare, whatever you want, and there's a lot of misinformation out there. So I'm just going to set the record straight based upon what I know right now, and all this stuff is subject to change. All right. Well, here's what you need to know. Tax credits are not going away. All right. Even though you read all these things about everybody's going to not have health insurance, blah, blah, blah. Uh, but it is going to change, I believe. So here's what you need to know. So this is really what's happening is enhanced premium tax credits. More than likely, they're going away. All right. So what exactly is a enhanced premium tax credit? Well, as you recall, back in 2020, there was a thing called COVID, and the Biden administration, they did all this stuff, and they created what was known as the American Rescue Plan because we needed to be saved. All right. So in the American Rescue Plan, they came up with enhanced premium tax credits. And there's a couple things they did. One, if you were very low income, still qualified, you even got more money or more of a tax credit to reduce the cost of your insurance. Okay. So more than likely, that's going to go away. Why? Because these are all set to expire right here at the end of 2025. Okay. So this is the way the plan was set up by the American Rescue Act, and then they kicked in the Inflation Reduction Act, and they kept them. And by the way, the Inflation Reduction Act never had anything to do with inflation, but that's a whole nother story. So these are all set to end at the end of the year, and more than likely, the administration is not going to keep them in place, but that could change. All right. So what does that mean to most of us? Well, if you looked when the Affordable Care Act was put into play, no one got a tax credit if your household income was over 400% of the poverty level. All right. You didn't get nothing. Okay. So what does that mean? Well, this is an example. If you're a household of one, currently 400% of the poverty level is 60 grand. If you're a household of four, it's 124,000. Okay, so this is a brief example here. So what they did with these enhanced tax credit, this is important here, is they did away with 400% as the cliff, and they changed it that you were not allowed to spend more than 8.5% of your household income on a health insurance plan, which is basically one of the silver plans. So that meant that a lot of people that made over 400% of the poverty level were able to get a tax credit to help them buy a health plan. Okay, so very helpful. But the reality is, more than likely, that's going away. So anybody that makes over 400% of the poverty level is going to have to pay the full load for their health insurance premium, just like me. And I will tell you, health insurance is very expensive. So just for myself, little old Greg, 61-year-old, I'm having to pay $1,000 a month for a United Healthcare Obamacare plan, bronze level, their cheapest plan, and I get no tax credit. Okay, so I realize health insurance is expensive, and with these enhanced tax credit, it's hidden a lot of the real cost of health insurance. Now, I will let you know a little secret. We're going to have some other options for people that don't get a tax credit and are relatively healthy, so we're going to be looking at all that. Now, let me just, for purposes here, let's pop this up here. Let's see if I can get this up here. All right. I don't want that, whatever that is. So what I do notice is my head is over here. So I'm going to see if I can move this where my head won't be in the way. So here's what you need to be thinking about. This is your magic number No idea. All this AI stuff asks me to be smarter. I don't really want it. Okay. I guess it's going to be there. All right. So here's what you want to look at. Where do you fall in here? If you're a household of 2, you need to not be above basically probably 82,000 for next year. So this is the chart. You can find this chart anywhere. We can give it. So that's what you need to think about to get a tax credit for next year. You go over that, more than likely you ain't gonna get squat like me. All right, so that's really what you need to know. And then if you're in these tax brackets here, you're not going to get as much of a tax credit. You're not going to be able to get a plan that has a 0 premium. They're going to make you pay something for it. So it's very important that you reach out to us before December, because they've shortened the enrollment period. We don't have January to enroll people anymore. To change your plan, it's November 1st through December 15th. And if you don't, you're out of luck, Chuck. All right. So you need to reach out to us so we can help you, because everybody's going to need to redo their application. All right. So that's just a heads up. So that's what we know right now. Things could change, but that's where we are. And I'm done talking now. All right. Y'all have a great day. Hope this was helpful. And when we know more, I will let you know more. Take care.